21 Most historical transgender figures you didn't see coming. Get ready to have your world rocked. From jazz legends to ancient emperors, these 21 transgender figures will shock you with their resilience and redefine history. But who are they, and how did they shatter the norms of their time? Prepare to be inspired and surprised as we dive into stories that will change the way you see gender, identity, and courage. Buckle up, because this journey is about to take you on an unforgettable ride. 1. Chevalier Deon, 1728 to 1810. Chevalier Deon, a French individual who defied 18th century European gender norms, was known for their roles as a spy, diplomat, and soldier, and lived life presenting as both a man and a woman. Born as Charles-Geneviève Louis-Auguste André Timothée Deon de Beaumont, they were well educated and became a part of the French Secret Service, where they operated in Russia under the female alias Léa de Beaumont. During the 7 Years' War, Deon served as a dragoon captain and was later dispatched to London in 1762 to assist in the negotiation of the peace treaty that concluded the war. However, their relationship with the French government soured, leading to Deon publishing confidential diplomatic documents, which amounted to a form of blackmail against King Louis XIV. In an attempt to quell Deon's actions, the king issued a unique order for them to adopt women's attire in 1777, a directive that surprisingly amplified Deon's notoriety. In England, there was ongoing debate about Deon's true gender, which culminated in a court ruling that identified them as a woman. Deon adopted this identity further by writing to the French National Assembly in 1792, volunteering to command an army of Amazon warriors to fight against France's foes. Prominent early feminists such as Mary Wollstonecraft celebrated Deon as a symbol of female fortitude. The complexity of Deon's gender identity was highlighted after their death in 1810, when an autopsy revealed a biologically male body, contradicting their own assertions. The term eonism was later introduced to describe Deon's gender-fluid behavior. Their life story continues to be an enigmatic and fascinating subject, illustrating the intricate nature of gender throughout history and the challenges associated with determining gender post-mortem. Given Deon's experiences as both a man and a woman. 2. Albert Cashier, 1843 to 1915. Jenny Irene Hodges, better known as Albert Cashier, was an extraordinary individual born on December 25, 1843 in Ireland, who challenged the societal norms of the time by serving in the Union Army during the American Civil War. In pursuit of improved opportunities, Cashier adopted male attire to secure employment and enlisted in the 95th Illinois Infantry on August 6, 1862. Throughout the war, he participated with distinction in around 40 battles such as the Siege of Vicksburg and the Battle of Nashville. His bravery was particularly notable when he managed to escape from Confederate imprisonment by subduing a guard, reflecting his strong commitment to his nation. Despite encountering discrimination and antagonism because of his gender identity, Cashier's dedication to his service never wavered. He persisted in living as a man after the war, receiving a veteran's pension and exercising his right to vote at a time when women were not granted such privileges. His narrative is a testament to the lengths some individuals went to in order to live in accordance with their true selves, as evidenced by his comrades who used male pronouns when referring to him, signifying their recognition and acceptance of his identity. A comment from one of his fellow soldiers, "I never suspected that he was not a man," underscores the authenticity with which Cashier lived his life. His story stands as an inspiring instance of the involvement and sacrifices made by transgender individuals in historical conflicts, emphasizing the courage and tenacity necessary to overcome societal obstacles. Cashier's legacy serves as a reminder of the significance of living authentically and the bravery it entails to embrace one's true identity regardless of the challenges faced. Albert's dedication to serving his country is truly remarkable. Comment, "Hero," if you agree that his story deserves more recognition. 3. Michael Dillon, 1915 to 1962. Laura Maud Dillon, who became Michael Dillon, was born on May 1st, 1915, and stands as a key figure in the history of transgender individuals, being the first known transgender man to undergo phalloplasty. His transition started in the late 1930s when he became the first woman to receive testosterone treatment, a significant step in aligning his physical appearance with his gender identity. Between 1946 and 1949, Dillon underwent a series of at least 13 surgeries, performed by the famous surgeon Harold Gillies, to construct a male genitalia. Dillon articulated his perspective on the relationship between mind and body, saying, "Where the mind cannot be made to fit the body should be made to fit, approximately at any rate," highlighting the importance he placed on medical interventions for transgender people. In 1946, Dillon authored Self, a Study in Endocrinology and Ethics, a pioneering book that contended that being transgender is an innate characteristic and should not be considered a mental disorder. His advocacy for medical interventions such as hormonal treatments and surgeries was a radical shift at the time and helped to change how the medical field viewed transgender identities. Dillon's influence was profound, affecting others like Roberta Cowell, who also transitioned later. Dillon's impact was not limited to his own transition. He was a trailblazer in the realm of transgender healthcare and advocacy. He championed the significance of personal experience in informing medical knowledge. His writings continue to hold a prominent place in transgender history, emphasizing the importance of societal acceptance and medical assistance for those dealing with gender identity issues. Michael Dillon's legacy is characterized by bravery and innovation, setting a precedent for subsequent generations in the ongoing struggle for transgender rights and societal recognition. 4. Joan of Arc, c. 1412 to 1431. Joan of Arc, recognized as a French military leader and later a Catholic saint, challenged the societal expectations of her era by choosing not to adhere to the customary attire and coiffure of women. Her decision to don male attire, including armor, generated considerable debate and was met with accusations of blasphemy. Joan maintained that her choice of clothing was a divine directive, asserting, "I am not afraid. I was born to do this," which demonstrated her belief that her actions were approved by a higher power. The reasons behind Joan's adoption of men's clothing continue to be a subject of historical debate. Some scholars propose that it was a practical decision related to her military responsibilities, while others interpret it as a significant expression of her personal identity. This uncertainty has prompted some to regard her as a groundbreaking transgender warrior, underscoring the historical existence of diverse gender expressions. Joan's narrative questions conventional views of gender roles, especially within religious settings, as she operated within a society dominated by men while preserving her female identity. Her boldness in defying norms continues to provoke conversations about gender identity in contemporary times, showing the constraints of applying contemporary gender concepts to historical personas. Joan did not aim to alter her biological sex. Instead, she utilized clothing as a tool to exert her influence and achieve her heavenly mission. As historian Florence Scott remarks, "We can only interpret her," which underscores the intricacy of deciphering her gender expression within a medieval context. Joan of Arc remains a captivating case of how historical figures can surpass traditional classifications, provoking continued discourse on the essence of gender and identity. 5. Lucy Hicks Anderson, 1886 to 1954. Lucy Hicks Anderson, born Tobias Lawson in 1886 in Waddy, Kentucky, was a trailblazer who lived her life openly as a woman, even marrying twice. Her first union with Clarence Hicks in 1920 concluded with a divorce in 1929. She later wed Reuben Anderson in 1944, but their marriage came under intense scrutiny when it was discovered that Anderson was assigned male at birth. This led to accusations of perjury against her for allegedly misrepresenting her gender on the marriage license. During her trial, Anderson made a strong statement, asserting, "I defy any doctor in the world to prove that I am not a woman. I have lived, dressed, acted just what I am, a woman." Anderson's legal battles are notable as they occurred before the Stonewall riots, showcasing the early challenges faced by transgender individuals in their quest for rights. She is celebrated as a trailblazer for marriage equality, contesting the legal framework surrounding gender and marriage when such discussions were rarely held. Her trials reflect the historical persecution of individuals whose gender identities did not align with societal norms, as evidenced by her subsequent conviction for fraud related to receiving benefits designated for military spouses. Despite the societal limitations of her era, Lucy Hicks Anderson's bravery and tenacity continue to motivate the fight for transgender rights in the present day. Her narrative highlights the convergence of transgender rights and marriage equality, reminding us of the extensive history of individuals who have fought for their identities and relationships in the face of oppressive systems. 6. Lely Elber, 1882 to 1931. Lely Elber, originally named Einar Wegener, was a Danish artist renowned as one of the first individuals to undergo sex reassignment surgery. She and her future spouse, Gerda Gottlieb, became acquainted while studying at the Royal Danish Academy of Fine Arts in Copenhagen, and they tied the knot in 1904, with Gerda at 19 and Einar at 22. Einar, who later embraced the name Lely, was known for painting landscapes, whereas Gerda was recognized for her fashion illustrations and portraits of elegant women. In 1912, the pair relocated to Paris, a city that offered Lely the freedom to live more authentically as a woman. Gerda frequently used Lely as her muse, capturing her essence as a petite femme fatale with striking almond-shaped eyes and stylish outfits. In 1930, Lely embarked on a groundbreaking medical journey by undergoing one of the first sex reassignment surgeries in Germany. The procedure was highly experimental and involved a sequence of 4 operations over a 2-year period. These surgeries included the removal of testicles, the addition of ovaries, and the creation of a vaginal canal. Sadly, Lely's life was cut short in 1931 due to post-surgical complications. Lely's experiences were immortalized in the 2000 novel The Danish Girl by David Ebershoff and its subsequent 2015 film adaptation directed by Tom Hooper. Her narrative underscores the intricacies of gender identity and the struggles that early transgender individuals encountered in their quest for surgical intervention. The bond between Gerda and Lely also challenges conventional views on gender and artistic expression. Gerda's feministic approach to portraiture transformed the portrayal of women, often featuring Lely as her subject. Lely's legacy continues to foster greater awareness and comprehension of transgender matters, standing as a significant testament to the early pioneers of transgender history. Enjoying this video? Like and subscribe for more. Not feeling it? A like would still be appreciated, and your comments will help me do better next time. 7. Sylvia Rivera, 1951 to 1990. Sylvia Rivera, born in 1951 in New York City to a Puerto Rican father and a Venezuelan mother, is celebrated as a pivotal figure in the history of transgender activism and the early stages of the gay liberation movement in the United States. Her early life was fraught with hardship, including poverty, homelessness, and the rejection she faced due to her gender identity. At the age of 11, Rivera left home and began her life on the streets, where she encountered Marsha P Johnson, a fellow transgender activist who would become a close friend and collaborator. Rivera's involvement in the Stonewall riots of 1969, a pivotal moment in the struggle for LGBTQ+ rights, was instrumental. The riots were a series of violent clashes between the police and members of the LGBTQ+ community that marked a turning point in the fight for gay rights. Yet, as the movement progressed, transgender individuals, especially those of color like Rivera, were often marginalized and excluded. This did not deter Rivera, who, along with Johnson, established the Street Transvestite Action Revolutionaries, STAR, in 1970. STAR was dedicated to offering shelter, sustenance, and support to homeless transgender youth, a testament to Rivera's commitment to her community. Throughout her life, Rivera was a staunch advocate for the recognition and inclusion of transgender individuals within the broader LGBTQ+ rights movement. In a 1995 interview, she reflected on her experiences, saying, "The movement had put me on the shelf, but they took me down and dusted me off. Still, it was beautiful." Rivera's activism was characterized by an understanding of the interplay between race, social class, and gender identity, and she consistently highlighted the plight of the most marginalized members of the LGBTQ+ community, particularly transgender women of color. The enduring impact of Sylvia Rivera's activism serves as an inspiration to contemporary activists. Her life and work stand as a testament to the significance of intersectional activism within social movements and as a call to honor and amplify the voices of transgender individuals, especially those from communities of color whose contributions have often been sidelined or undervalued. 8. Marsha P Johnson, 1945 to 1992. Marsha P Johnson, born in 1945 in Elizabeth, New Jersey, was a groundbreaking Black American transgender activist, drag queen, and a significant figure in the LGBTQ+ rights movement. From a young age, Johnson openly embraced her identity as a transgender woman, despite the discrimination and violence she faced. In 1963, she relocated to New York City, where she quickly became an integral part of the city's dynamic drag scene, and played a pivotal role in the legendary Stonewall Uprising of 1969, an event that ignited the contemporary gay liberation movement. Throughout her life, Johnson was a vocal proponent of transgender rights and a staunch supporter of homeless LGBTQ+ youth. In 1970, she established the Street Transvestite Action Revolutionaries, STAR, with her close friend Sylvia Rivera. STAR aimed to provide shelter, support and resources to those in need, demonstrating Johnson's commitment to improving the lives of marginalized members of the LGBTQ+ community. Her activism was multifaceted, encompassing street demonstrations, advocacy for equal treatment, an end to police harassment, and the pursuit of accessible healthcare and social services for the transgender community. Johnson was renowned for her vibrant personality and her catchphrase, "Pay it no mind." She continued her advocacy work until her untimely passing in 1992. Her life and activism were later captured in the film Pay It No Mind, The Life and Times of Marsha P Johnson, which further solidified her status as a potent symbol of resistance and resilience for the transgender community. 9. Valerie Arkell Smith, 1904 to 1959. Valerie Arkell Smith, born in 1895, was a transgender person who, in the 1920s, endeavored to live life as a man named Victor Barker. Barker was affiliated with Italy's fascist party and assumed various identities, such as a war hero, a former boxer, a restaurant owner, and a person of considerable wealth. In 1923, Barker married Elfrida Howard, a younger woman, at St. Peter's Church in Brighton. However, this marriage was short-lived, as Barker's relationship with another woman led to its dissolution within a few years. The truth about Barker's biological sex was uncovered in 1929, when they were apprehended for contempt of court due to unpaid debts, subsequently prosecuted for providing false information to enter into the 1923 marriage. Barker was found guilty at the Old Bailey and served time in Holloway, a prison for women. Following this conviction, Barker adopted several pseudonyms, including John Hill and Jeffrey Norton, in an effort to make a living but faced significant challenges. Barker's narrative illustrates the difficulties encountered by those who defied societal norms in the early 20th century. Their life concluded in relative obscurity and poverty, with their experiences reflecting the intricate and arduous aspects of early transgender life. 10. Little Axe Broadnax, 1916 to 1990. Wilmer Little Axe Broadnax, born on December 28, 1916, in Houston, Texas, was a distinguished gospel singer celebrated for his robust vocal talent and diminutive size. His innate ability to captivate audiences with his exceptional tenor voice was apparent from an early age, and he performed with notable groups such as the Five Blind Boys of Mississippi and the Fairfield Four. Broadnax's commanding stage presence and vocal excellence set him apart, with reviewers highlighting that his voice was sweet but almost vicious, dripping with emotion. A significant aspect of Broadnax's life was kept discreet, with his assigned sex at birth not being publicly known until after his untimely passing in 1992. His narrative is a poignant example of the often unacknowledged histories of transgender individuals in the music industry, shedding light on the struggles they encountered in a society marked by discrimination. As one observer noted, Little Axe couldn't sing low because he had a relatively high voice. It wasn't falsetto, it was naturally high. This distinctive attribute enabled him to rise above societal norms and biases. motivating many others to chase their dreams regardless of the hurdles they encountered. Broadnax's enduring impact is a testament to the capacity of music to forge connections among people across diverse divides. His life serves as an inspiration to acknowledge and honor the varied contributions of transgender artists, reminding us that the depth of gospel music is profoundly connected to narratives like his. As Broadnax might have expressed, music is a universal language that unites us all. 11. Christine Jorgenson, 1926 to 1989. Christine Jorgenson, originally named George William Jorgenson Jr., was born in 1926 and became a key figure in the history of transgender rights as one of the first Americans to undergo gender reassignment surgery. After undergoing the procedure in Denmark in the early 1950s, Jorgenson returned to the United States and gained immediate celebrity status, noted for her straightforwardness and humor. She admitted, "At first I was very self-conscious and very awkward, but once the notoriety hit, it did not take me long to adjust." Jorgenson handled her sudden fame with poise, interacting with the media and advocating for transgender rights from her public platform. Her story ignited public dialogue and debate on gender identity during an era when such conversations were uncommon. Jorgenson observed, "I find on college campuses it's incredible. The acceptance is marvelous, drawing attention to the changing perspectives on gender identity among younger generations." By openly discussing her experiences, Jorgenson defied conventional ideas about gender and sexuality and contributed to the reduction of stigma surrounding transgender identities. Her enduring influence continues to motivate people pursuing gender confirmation and acceptance, showcasing the significance of visibility and representation for marginalized groups. Jorgenson once remarked, "I did my own thing, and I've got to admit I did it only for myself." Yet the effects of her actions extended well beyond her personal experiences. 12. Renee Richards, 1934 to 2019. Renee Richards, a groundbreaking transgender woman and tennis professional, encountered considerable obstacles in her pursuit of sports inclusion. In 1976, the United States Tennis Association, USTA, prohibited her from participating in the US Open due to a regulation that mandated female players to undergo chromosomal testing. Richards, who transitioned from living as Richard Raskind after sex reassignment surgery in 1975, contested this discriminatory policy. "I became a female psychologically, socially, and physically," she declared in court, underscoring her identity as a woman. Richards brought her case before the New York Supreme Court and secured a groundbreaking decision that established a legal precedent for transgender individuals in sports. This triumph enabled her to compete in the US Open and opened doors for transgender athletes across various disciplines. Looking back on her experiences, she remarked, "I never really did much actively. I just did something that served as an example." In spite of the backlash and scrutiny she faced, Richards emerged as a strong advocate for transgender athletes, confronting discrimination and advocating for equality. Her bravery and resolve continue to be a source of inspiration for many. Richards commented, "My biggest achievements are as an eye surgeon, but my legacy is probably going to be more my career in human rights." How inspiring do you find Richards' story? Comment with a 0 inches if you're moved to tears, or a 9 inches if you're feeling empowered to make a difference. 13. Elagabalus, 204–222. Elagabalus, the Roman emperor who ruled from 218 to 222 AD, stands out in history for his extravagant and androgynous conduct, which tested the limits of gender and sexuality in ancient Rome. Characterized as a tragic enigma lost behind centuries of prejudice, Elagabalus diverged from conventional standards by engaging in multiple marriages with both men and women. They frequently donned women's attire and cosmetics, contesting the strict ideals of Roman manliness, and favored the title domina, lady, over dominus, lord. The emperor's tenure was filled with disputes and conspiracies as they aimed to modify their physical appearance to align with their gender identity. There are accounts that Elagabalus proposed substantial rewards to doctors for surgical procedures to construct a vagina, with one narrative describing their curiosity about the most agonizing technique for genital amputation. These behaviors ignited discussions surrounding their gender identity, leading some scholars to theorize that Elagabalus might have been transgender. Although Elagabalus's reign was brief, coming to an end at the age of 18 through assassination by the Praetorian Guard, their narrative continues to captivate historians. A scholar has pointed out that the debates about the boundaries between male and female go back thousands of years. 14. Coxy Nel, 1931 to 2006. Jacqueline Charlotte Dufresnoy, better known by her stage name Coxy Nel, which translates to Ladybug in French, was a pioneering French transgender performer and vocalist born on August 23, 1931. Even at a very young age, she experienced a significant mismatch with her assigned male gender, once noting, "At age 4, I knew I was different. I was a girl, really, but nobody could see it." This realization motivated her to enter the lively realm of entertainment, where she launched her career at the Chez Madame Arthur Cabaret in 1953. Coxy Nel made history by becoming one of the first individuals in Europe to undergo gender reassignment surgery in 1958, an experience she characterized as the moment when Dr. Bureau rectified the mistake nature had made. Despite enduring significant public scrutiny and discrimination, she persisted in her performing career and became a vocal advocate for transgender rights, leveraging her influence to confront societal standards and foster greater acceptance. Her advocacy played a crucial role in the transgender rights movement. She established organizations such as the Center for Aid, Research and Information for Transsexuality and Gender Identity and Devenir Femme, which offered essential support to transgender people. Coxy Nel's bravery and tenacity not only shed light on the struggles encountered by early transgender trailblazers, but also set a precedent for subsequent activists fighting for transgender rights. Her enduring impact is a testament to the significance of visibility and advocacy in the advancement of transgender rights, as she herself declared, "We must fight for our place in society." 15. Wewa, 1849 to 1896. Wewa, a distinguished Zuni artisan born around 1849, was a weaver and potter who personified the Zuni two-spirit identity referred to as lamana. This term represents a unique gender identity that goes beyond the conventional Western concepts of male and female. Wewa's life and achievements challenge the typical Western perceptions of gender and identity, demonstrating the extensive variety of gender diversity found within numerous indigenous cultures. Initially misidentified by Western anthropologists as a cisgender woman, Wewa's actual identity as a lamana was crucial to their function as a cultural diplomat for the Zuni community. They engaged in both traditionally masculine and feminine activities, excelling in pottery and weaving skills, and also partaking in male-dominated ceremonial societies. Matilda Cox Stevenson, an anthropologist who formed a friendship with Wewa, remarked, "Wewa was the most intelligent person in the Pueblo, underscoring their deep cultural understanding." Wewa's enduring influence is a potent reminder of the durability of indigenous cultures and identities. Their narrative highlights the significance of comprehending gender within its cultural framework, contesting the application of Western gender norms to indigenous communities. Wewa once expressed, "Tell all my friends in Washington goodbye, tell President Cleveland, my friend, goodbye," which emphasized their strong ties to both their community and the wider world. 16. L Hart, 1890 to 1962. L Hart, a trailblazer in the fields of medicine and transgender history, was a multifaceted individual whose life intertwined scientific progress with transgender identity. Born as Lucille Alberta Hart in 1890, he became one of the first Americans to have a hysterectomy as part of his gender transition in 1917. Hart's pioneering work in utilizing X-ray technology for tuberculosis screening was a lifesaver, as he understood the significance of early detection in managing the disease. His innovative techniques played a key role in public health campaigns that laid the groundwork for contemporary epidemiological methods. In addition to his medical achievements, Hart was a novelist who authored several works that delved into themes of gender and sexuality, offering a platform for transgender narratives. He expressed his contentment with his life choices, stating, "I'm happier since I made this change than I have ever been in my life, and I will continue this way as long as I live. I am ashamed of nothing." This statement underscores his dedication to living an authentic life in a society that frequently marginalized people like him. Hart's accomplishments defied societal norms regarding transgender individuals, proving that they could excel in various fields, including medicine and literature. His enduring impact serves as a source of inspiration for transgender individuals pursuing careers in STEM and the arts, emphasizing that transgender people have consistently been active and contributing members of society. 17. Billy Tipton, 1914 to 1989. Billy Tipton was a pioneering jazz musician and band leader who managed to carve out a successful career in a male-dominated field, even while facing considerable prejudice. Born with female anatomy, Tipton chose to live as a man to follow his musical ambitions, keeping his gender identity hidden throughout his life. The revelation of his true identity came as a surprise to his loved ones after his passing in 1989, sparking conversations about privacy and self-identity. His son, Scott Tipton, reflected on this revelation, suggesting that Tipton might have kept his identity a secret for fear of rejection. Tipton's narrative highlights the struggles transgender people faced in the mid-20th century, underlining the societal pressures that compelled many to live secretively. His unwavering commitment to music enabled him to thrive, leading the Billy Tipton Trio and creating well-received albums. Even with his professional accomplishments, Tipton's life was an ongoing balance between personal truth and societal demands. 18. Virginia Prince, 1912 to 2009. Virginia Prince stands as a key figure in transgender activism, renowned for her pioneering efforts as a publisher and proponent of transgender rights. In 1960, she established Transvestia, a magazine that served as a crucial outlet for transgender individuals, promoting self-expression and fostering understanding within a community that was often marginalized. Prince articulated her aspiration for an inclusive environment, proclaiming, "Live and let live is as good a motto for TVs as for any other group," highlighting the importance of tolerance and acceptance among transgender people. Prince's dedication to building community went beyond her publishing endeavors. She also founded the Society for the Second Self, or Tri-S, in 1962. This organization was designed to provide support for heterosexual crossdressers and their families, offering a network of resources and companionship during an era when such support was hard to come by. Initially identifying as a transvestite, Prince later adopted a more inclusive transgender identity, introducing the term transgender in the 1980s to encompass a spectrum between cross-dressing and transsexuality. Although she faced opposition for her perspectives, which occasionally conflicted with the views of burgeoning feminist and LGBTQ+ movements, Prince remained a steadfast supporter of transgender rights. Her activism worked to challenge societal conventions and promote a broader comprehension of gender identity, contributing significantly to the foundation of the contemporary transgender rights movement. Reflecting on her own experiences, she acknowledged, "Much of this turmoil could have been averted had I possessed a deeper self-awareness." 19. Carole Brown, 1927. Carole Ungianly Brown, born around 1927, represents a pioneering yet often neglected chapter in the narrative of transgender and intersex history. A veteran of the United States Navy, she encountered a defining moment when she was identified as intersex during a routine medical examination. Medical professionals at the time diagnosed her with female glands and erroneously categorized her wish to transition as a serious mental illness. Despite these medical assertions, Brown was resolute in her desire to transition, expressing, "I just want to become a woman as quickly as possible. That's all." During the 1950s, Brown confronted legal hurdles for engaging in cross-dressing, which ultimately led to her arrest in Boston while shopping for a wedding dress. This event underscored the societal prejudice against those who defied gender norms, especially for Black individuals. Brown's journey through a society fraught with racism and transphobia exemplified the intricate interplay of intersex and transgender identities as she contended with institutional efforts to dictate her gender presentation. 20. Sir Yan Forbes, 11th Baronet, 1912 to 1991. Sir Yan Forbes, 11th Baronet, stands as a key figure in the annals of transgender history, having waged a battle for the legal acknowledgement of his male identity amidst considerable societal and legal obstacles. Born in 1912 as Elizabeth Forbes Semple, Forbes was cognizant from a young age of his male identity and commenced living as a man in the 1930s with the support of his mother. He pursued early gender reassignment treatments in Germany and successfully altered his legal name and gender to Yan Forbes in 1952. This legal transition enabled Forbes to succeed to his family's estate and title following the passing of his elder brother in 1965. However, a dispute arose when his cousin contested the validity of Forbes's male identity, leading to a protracted 3-year legal dispute that risked depriving him of his inheritance. The case was conducted in camera, with a dozen medical experts offering testimony on the uncertainty of Forbes's gender. The judge ultimately determined that Forbes was a hermaphrodite and upheld his entitlement to inherit the title as a man. Forbes's triumph represented a landmark legal achievement for transgender recognition in the UK. His case underscored the complex interplay between gender identity, inheritance law, and societal norms, illustrating the difficulties encountered by transgender individuals in their quest for legal validation of their identities. As one of the pioneering transgender individuals to effectively navigate the legal system to affirm his gender, Forbes's legacy laid the groundwork for enhanced legal recognition and safeguards for transgender individuals in the UK. As we wrap up this journey through the lives of 21 remarkable transgender figures, their stories resonate with courage, resilience, and an unwavering pursuit of authenticity. Each one has faced unique challenges, yet their contributions have shaped our understanding of gender and identity. So we ask you, which of these trailblazers inspires you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe to Iconic Inside, and hit that notification bell to join us on more journeys. Let's keep the conversation going and continue to celebrate the diversity of human experiences. Top 20 actors who are surprisingly good singers. Prepare to be amazed. You know them as Hollywood's finest actors, but did you know they can serenade you too? Top 20 actors who are surprisingly good singers are here to shock and delight you. These thespians have hidden pipes that will leave you humming for days. Get ready to discover the harmonious side of your favorite stars and find out who among them truly has the voice of an angel. Don't miss a beat. Join us on this melodic journey. 20. Eddie Redmayne. Eddie Redmayne, a distinguished British actor celebrated for his intense performances, has also demonstrated an unexpected proficiency in singing. His love for music was clear from his childhood, during which he performed as Gavroche in Les Miserables reenactments. This early exposure to musical theatre was instrumental in shaping his future career in the performing arts. Redmayne began attending stage school at the age of 10, where he refined his skills and prepared for a varied career in the arts. His singing was notably featured when he portrayed Marius in the movie version of Les Miserables. Although he possesses remarkable vocal skills, Redmayne admitted that singing live on set for extended periods was a significant challenge, stating, "It was a real test of endurance," and highlighting the physical effort required for such performances. His performance of the song Empty Chairs at Empty Tables in the film required a remarkable 21 attempts to achieve perfection, showcasing his commitment to his craft and impressing both audiences and critics, revealing the depth of his artistry that goes beyond acting. Although primarily known for his acting prowess, Redmayne's early passion for singing has certainly not been overlooked. His musical performances have left his fans looking forward to his return to the musical stage. As he progresses in his career, it's evident that Eddie Redmayne's singing talent is an extraordinary aspect of his diverse abilities, adding another dimension to his already distinguished body of work. 19. Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway has revealed herself to be an unexpectedly skilled vocalist, displaying her singing talents throughout her acting career. She initially became well known for her portrayal of Mia Thermopolis in The Princess Diaries, a role that cemented her status as a favorite in family films. Yet, it was in the movie Ella Enchanted where Hathaway truly shined as a singer, performing multiple songs, including a memorable duet with Jesse McCartney. She expressed, "I love the character and the chance to sing, which is something I've always wanted to do." Hathaway's vocal talents nearly secured her the role of Christine Daae in the 2004 film version of The Phantom of the Opera. Even though she did not ultimately receive the part, her vocal abilities were already apparent. This was further confirmed when she took on the role of Fantine in the 2012 film Les Miserables, for which she won an Academy Award and displayed her capacity to perform complex musical pieces. Inspired by her mother, who had played Fantine on stage, Hathaway shared, "It was a dream to honor her legacy while creating my own interpretation." With a broad vocal range, Hathaway has shown herself to be more than capable of managing challenging musical roles, making her a frequent choice for musical adaptations. Primarily recognized for her comedic and dramatic acting, her singing talent adds an additional dimension to her already thriving career, establishing her as a versatile performer in the entertainment world. Shocked by Anne Hathaway's vocals, us too on a scale of 0. 5. How impressed are you? Comment below. 18. Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer, famous for his distinctive growl and powerful acting, has frequently amazed audiences with his singing skills. His vocal prowess was fully displayed in The Doors, where he played Jim Morrison and sang all the vocals himself. Kilmer's commitment to the authenticity of his characters is clear, as he also provided notable vocals for the soundtracks of True Romance and Top Secret, demonstrating that his skills were not limited to acting. Surprisingly, Kilmer did not voice the character of Moses in The Prince of Egypt, a choice that disappointed many of his fans. He expressed his own disappointment, stating, "I was really disappointed," and pointed out the lost chance to exhibit his singing in a prominent animated movie. Sadly, Kilmer's life and career were significantly impacted when he was afflicted with throat cancer, which caused him to lose his voice. However, he showed determination by recovering his voice through state-of-the-art AI technology, enabling him to continue his artistic endeavors in innovative ways. Although Kilmer's singing voice has been compromised by health challenges, his enduring legacy includes both his impactful acting and his impressive vocal abilities. He briefly pursued a musical career alongside acting, which emphasized his identity as not only a skilled actor, but also a capable singer. As Kilmer once stated, "I love music. It's a huge part of who I am," highlighting the extent of his creative contributions. Val Kilmer continues to be recognized as a versatile artist whose influence is felt in both the film and music industries. 17. Patrick Swayze. Patrick Swayze, celebrated for his legendary performances in Dirty Dancing and Ghost, was a multi-talented artist with a surprising singing ability. In Dirty Dancing, he amazed audiences with his exceptional singing and dancing, particularly through his role as Johnny Castle, which merged his acting skills with his musical aptitude, especially evident in the film's iconic soundtrack. Before gaining Hollywood fame, Swayze had already impacted the stage as Danny Zuko in the Broadway show Grease. This role sharpened his vocal talents and set the stage for his future musical projects. Among his most significant musical contributions was the hit She's Like the Wind, which climbed to the 3rd spot on the Billboard charts. The song showcased his emotive and enthralling vocal style, making a lasting impact on audiences. Although Swayze's musical catalogue was not extensive, his influence in music is significant. He is mainly remembered for his on-screen charm and magnetism, but his singing was a key component of his career. As he stated, "I think that the most important thing is to be true to yourself and to be true to your art." Sadly, his musical journey ended prematurely with his passing, but he is cherished for his acting, dancing, and potent singing. Patrick Swayze's musical contributions, though limited in number, have a profound resonance with admirers who value the diverse talents he contributed to the entertainment world. Hang in there, it gets better, and if it doesn't, let me know what went wrong in the comments. I'm always learning. 16. Carrie Washington. Carrie Washington, lauded for her compelling performances in the political drama Scandal, has taken audiences by surprise with her hidden singing talent. Although renowned as a dramatic actress, Washington has maintained a low profile regarding her singing, only revealing it on select occasions. In 2020, amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, she joined the Disney holiday sing-along, performing the classic Joy to the World, a rendition that was met with acclaim for her melodious and emotive vocals. That same year, Washington made her singing debut on screen in the Netflix musical comedy The Prom, where she played the role of Mrs. Green, a conservative mum against her daughter's same-sex relationship. Her portrayal in the film earned critical acclaim, with reviewers noting her seamless integration of acting and singing skills. One critic exclaimed, "Carrie Washington's voice is a revelation. She brings a depth and emotion to her singing that perfectly complements her already impressive acting chops." Admirers of Washington are keen to see her take on more musical roles to fully display her vocal range. A fan expressed on social media, "I always knew Carrie was a talented actress, but her singing voice is just stunning. I hope she gets to showcase it more in the future." Although Washington's performance in The Prom was successful, she is still primarily known for her dramatic acting. Her singing skill, while remarkable, remains largely undiscovered. However, given her versatility and commitment to her art, singing could potentially become an additional career path alongside her acting pursuits. 15. Emma Stone. Emma Stone has continually delighted audiences with her comedic skill and dramatic capabilities, but it is her singing abilities that have recently drawn considerable attention, most notably in the praised movie La La Land, 2016. In this musical, she displayed her vocal adaptability, earning her both a Golden Globe and an Academy Award for Best Actress. Stone's depiction of Mia Dolan, an aspiring actress, was characterized by emotional intensity, particularly in her audition song The Fools Who Dream, where she croons, "And here's to the fools who dream, crazy as they may seem," a scene that captures her character's trials and ambitions. Prior to La La Land, Stone made her Broadway debut as Sally Bowles in Cabaret, 2013. Her portrayal was recognized for its vulnerability, as she handled the intricacies of a character typically depicted with greater exuberance. Stone herself labeled Cabaret as the hardest thing I've ever done, but it was during this production that La La Land director Damien Chazelle discovered her singing potential, resulting in her role in the movie. Mainly recognized for her acting prowess, Stone's venture into singing added an extra facet to her career, uncovering a talent that amazed many. She has indicated a willingness to take on more musical roles in the future, showing an interest in further exploring this path. Emma Stone is now acknowledged as both a gifted actress and singer, demonstrating that her talents reach far beyond the screen. Like this video? Great. Subscribe for more. Hate it? Well, a like would be nice anyway. And let me know what went wrong in the comments. 14. Katherine OHara. Katherine OHara, a celebrated Canadian actress, is best known for her comedic genius on shows like SCTV and Schitt's Creek, as well as her memorable roles in classic films such as Home Alone and Beetlejuice. Beyond her acting, she is also an unexpectedly skilled singer. OHara lent her melodious and ethereal singing voice to the character Sally in Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, a performance that captured her character's essence. Her singing often serves to enhance her characters, adding an extra layer of depth. OHara frequently integrates music into her performances, effortlessly merging her acting and vocal talents. This dual skill set not only sharpens her comedic delivery, but also expands her already diverse body of work. In A Mighty Wind, she further demonstrated her musical aptitude, contributing to the Grammy-nominated soundtrack, which also showcased her songwriting skills. OHara's distinctive vocal tone has the power to mesmerize audiences, and she continues to charm them with her singing. Looking back on her career, she said, "There are actors like me who want to do a bunch of different characters," highlighting her passion for exploring the many dimensions of performance. This dedication to versatility is clear in her success across comedy and singing, establishing her as a truly multifaceted artist. As OHara continues to grow in her career, she remains a cherished figure in the entertainment industry, admired for her exceptional talent to entertain through humor and music. 13. Zachary Levi. Zachary Levi, recognized for his engaging performances in popular shows like Chuck and major films such as Shazam, has also demonstrated impressive singing abilities. In addition to the praise he has garnered for his acting, Levi's vocal skills have become a pleasant surprise for his supporters. He shared in an interview, "I've always loved singing, and being able to incorporate that into my work is a dream come true." His musical aptitude was initially evident during the filming of Chuck, where he frequently sang to his fellow actors in between scenes. Yvonne Strahovski, who played his romantic interest, reminisced, "Zach would just break out into song and it was always a treat. He has such a strong and versatile voice." Levi's singing has also been part of his voice acting work. In Disney's Tangled, he not only voiced the character Flynn Rider, but also sang a duet with Mandy Moore. He expressed, "Working on Tangled was a blast. I got to combine my love for acting and singing in one project." His Broadway debut occurred in 2013 with the musical First Date, where he was highly praised. Later in 2016, Levi received a Tony Award nomination for his role in the musical She Loves Me, showcasing his ability to move fluidly between screen and stage performances. Director Michael Mayer commented, "Zachary Levi is a true triple threat. He has the acting chops, the singing voice, and the stage presence to captivate audiences in any medium." With a passion for both acting and musical theatre, Levi actively seeks opportunities in both areas, highlighting his diverse talents as a performer. As Levi's career advances, he emerges as a multi-talented artist with a bright future in both acting and singing. His powerful vocals, charismatic personality, and strong stage presence suggest that he will continue to enchant audiences for many years, affirming his status as a significant talent in the entertainment world. 12. Tom Hiddleston. Tom Hiddleston, renowned for his enthralling depiction of Loki in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, has also demonstrated an unexpected proficiency in singing. His vocal skills were briefly highlighted in the Disney Plus series Loki, sparking curiosity among fans about this additional facet of his artistry. Hiddleston's singing was more prominently featured in the biopic I Saw the Light, where he portrayed the renowned country singer Hank Williams. He performed all the vocals himself, showcasing not only his dedication to the character but also his extensive vocal capabilities. His portrayal was praised for its authentic yodeling and capturing the spirit of country western music, revealing a range of versatility beyond his well-known acting prowess. Hiddleston has expressed his love for performing and taking on diverse characters, including musical icons. This commitment adds to his already remarkable abilities, enabling him to astonish and entertain audiences with his concealed talents. As a multifaceted performer, Hiddleston remains open to exploring musical roles in the future. His fusion of acting and singing has enhanced his performances, establishing him as a versatile artist. With each new project, Hiddleston continues to push his boundaries and broaden his skills, demonstrating that his talents are not confined to screen acting. His foray into singing enriches his established career, uncovering a depth that has earned the admiration of both fans and critics. 11. Chris Pine. Chris Pine, best known for his portrayal of Captain Kirk in the Star Trek reboot series, has taken audiences by surprise with his singing skills. His vocal prowess was first highlighted when he appeared on Barbra Streisand's album Encore. Movie Partners Sing Broadway, where he demonstrated his ability to perform alongside acclaimed artists. Pine also played the role of Cinderella's prince in the film version of Into the Woods, which demanded he master the intricate music of Stephen Sondheim. His rendition was praised not only for its technical accuracy, but also for the charm and humor he brought to the character, making it a memorable performance. Pine expressed his enthusiasm for the challenge, saying, "I love the challenge of singing Sondheim. It's a real test of your abilities as a performer." Although primarily known for his roles in action and comedy, Pine's venture into music has added an unexpected and enjoyable aspect to his career. His singing has broadened his horizons as a versatile performer, and he has shown a willingness to pursue more musical roles in the future. He has stated, "I'm always looking for ways to challenge myself," revealing his ambition to take on a variety of roles. With his remarkable vocal range and captivating stage presence, Chris Pine is more than just an actor. He is a performer with a promising future. As he continues to push his boundaries, fans can anticipate witnessing more of his musical abilities, confirming that he offers much more than just leading roles in Hollywood. 10. Oscar Isaac. Oscar Isaac has demonstrated an unexpected proficiency in singing, a skill that has frequently astonished audiences. Recognized for his performances in movies such as Inside Llewyn Davis, Star Wars, and Dune, Isaac's musical talent is evident across a range of projects. He was the frontman and guitarist for the ska punk band The Blinking Underdogs, which provided a foundation for his musical expertise. In the movie 10 Years, Isaac portrayed a musician and contributed original compositions to the film's soundtrack, proving his talent for creating music that connects with audiences. His portrayal of a folk singer in Inside Llewyn Davis was especially striking, with a raw and emotive vocal performance that made a significant impact. Isaac has expressed his musical connection, saying, "Music is a huge part of who I am," highlighting his deep-rooted passion for music. Isaac skillfully integrates his musical background with his acting career, proving his multidimensional artistry and dedication to both fields. He has shown interest in pursuing additional musical roles that can showcase his abilities, signaling his intention to keep broadening his artistic range. His capacity to amaze audiences with his diverse talents is a testament to the value of engaging in multiple artistic pursuits. As he moves between the worlds of music and film, Oscar Isaac stands out as an intriguing figure, demonstrating that his skills are not limited to acting. With each new performance, he continues to enchant viewers, reinforcing the notion that artistic expression is boundless. 9. Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell, the renowned Irish actor known for his performances in films such as SWAT, In Bruges, and The Batman, has also shown himself to be an unexpectedly skilled singer. Before he fully dedicated himself to acting, Farrell had considered a potential career with the well-known boy band Boyzone, indicating his early inclination towards music. This hidden talent was brought to light when he co-starred with Jeff Bridges in the musical drama Crazy Heart, performing all his singing parts himself. Both critics and viewers were impressed by his heartfelt and moving vocal performance, which provided a new aspect to his established rugged appeal and powerful screen presence. Farrell's singing exposes a more tender and vulnerable aspect of his character, which is a stark contrast to the robust roles he frequently takes on. He has indicated his willingness to take on more musical roles that can showcase his singing talent, saying, "I love music, and if the right opportunity comes along, I would jump at it." This readiness to push beyond his usual boundaries illustrates his adaptability as an artist, consistently surprising and engaging audiences. His capacity to portray characters with concealed complexities and unforeseen skills further establishes him as a versatile actor. Farrell's foray into music not only broadens his creative range, but also deepens the stories he conveys on screen, confirming that he is not merely a leading man with a rugged exterior. He is an artist eager to take on new challenges and display the full extent of his abilities. 8. Jensen Ackles. Jensen Ackles, recognized for his role as Dean Winchester in the enduring series Supernatural, has taken his fans by surprise with his remarkable musical abilities. He consistently entertains crowds at conventions, displaying his range as a performer and enchanting fans with his distinctive and alluring voice that crosses musical boundaries. In 2019, Ackles and musician Steve Carlson established the band Radio Company and launched their first album that year. Ackles expressed, "Music has always been a passion of mine, and forming Radio Company with Steve has allowed me to explore that passion further." His musical skills were even more evident when he incorporated his band's music into an episode of Supernatural, effortlessly merging his dual creative paths. Ackles' shift from acting to chasing his love for music has been warmly welcomed by his loyal fan base. A fan remarked, "Jensen's voice is just as mesmerizing when he sings as it is when he acts. It's amazing to see him excel in both fields." The multi-talented individual continues to manage his acting with his musical interests, leaving his supporters excited about his future achievements. With an expanding discography and an engaging stage presence, Jensen Ackles is poised to keep developing his musical skills across various projects. As he mentioned, "Music has always been a part of my life, and I'm excited to see where it takes me next." Fans can anticipate further displays of Ackles' musical aptitude in the future as he carries on surprising and pleasing with his diverse artistic capabilities. 7. Wen Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix, frequently lauded for his deeply immersive and transformative performances in films such as Gladiator, Walk the Line, and Joker, possesses talents that surpass the realm of acting. He is also an unexpectedly proficient singer. In Walk the Line, Phoenix took on the role of the iconic Johnny Cash, delivering all the vocals himself. His dedication to the character was clear as he learned to play the guitar for the biopic, a testament to his pursuit of realism. The late Johnny Cash's own admiration for Phoenix's portrayal, which captured the spirit of his legendary voice and stage presence, further validated the actor's commitment to his craft. This level of immersion is characteristic of Phoenix's approach to acting, as he is renowned for fully embodying his roles, thereby enhancing the authenticity of his performances. Phoenix has expressed his desire to be in the moment, to be fully present, a philosophy that underscores his readiness to deeply engage with his characters. This dedication was evident in his performance in Walk the Line, where he convincingly portrayed the physical and musical dimensions of a musical icon, highlighting that singing is not merely an additional skill, but a fundamental aspect of his artistry. Phoenix's journey as a singer in Walk the Line is a testament to his multifaceted talent and his unwavering pursuit of excellence in every role he takes on, solidifying his status as a versatile and dedicated artist. 6. Seth MacFarlane. Seth MacFarlane, best known for his voice acting in shows like Family Guy, American Dad, and The Cleveland Show, is also an unexpectedly skilled singer. His musical career has seen the release of 6 studio albums where he exhibits a smooth, classic crooning style reminiscent of legendary singers. MacFarlane's musical talent has earned him 5 Grammy nominations, showcasing his musical abilities beyond his work in animation. In addition to his Grammy nominations, MacFarlane was also nominated for an Academy Award for Best Original Song for Everybody Needs a Best Friend from the movie Ted. This acknowledgement highlights his talent for creating catchy tunes that connect with listeners. He has mentioned Frank Sinatra as a significant influence on his musical style, saying, "I grew up listening to Sinatra and the greats, and that has shaped my approach to music." MacFarlane has smoothly moved from voice acting and animation to a well-respected musical career, showing a level of versatility that is rare. He continues to juggle his television commitments with his love for music, often astonishing audiences with his varied talents. His profound admiration for classic musical styles and traditions is clear in his performances, which frequently inspire nostalgia while offering a new viewpoint. As a multi-talented artist with an extensive array of skills and interests, Seth MacFarlane continues to entertain audiences, proving that he is not just a voice actor, but also a significant presence in the music industry. His capacity to combine humor with sincere music keeps his fans captivated and looking forward to more. 5. Gerard Butler. Gerard Butler, the Scottish actor famous for his roles in 300, P.S. I Love You, and Olympus Has Fallen, astonished many with his singing skills when he played the Phantom in the film version of The Phantom of the Opera. Butler had minimal singing experience prior to this role, mainly limited to singing in a rock band during his early years. However, he took on the challenge with dedication, saying, "I had to train extensively to prepare for the demanding vocals," showcasing his commitment to his art. His portrayal received a range of reviews. Some critics were unimpressed, while others appreciated his rock-influenced interpretation of the character. A review remarked, "Butler's raw and emotionally charged performances added a unique touch to the character, pointing out how his version stood out from more conventional portrayals." Although primarily recognized for his action roles and rugged appeal, Butler's readiness to take on the challenging role of the Phantom demonstrated his range as an actor. Despite lacking formal vocal training, Butler's dedication to refining his singing was clear. Director Joel Schumacher and producer Andrew Lloyd Webber felt Butler's voice had a distinctive quality that fit the character. And Butler acknowledged the challenge, stating, "It was a daunting task, but I wanted to bring something different to the role." In the end, Butler's experience exemplifies the transformative power of theatre and film, as his performance, while not flawless, connected with audiences. His depiction of the Phantom continues to be a testament to his dedication and passion, contributing a unique twist to this cherished character. 4. Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson, widely recognized for his portrayal of Edward Cullen in the Twilight series, has taken many by surprise with his musical abilities. His role as the enigmatic vampire brought him global recognition. But his musical contributions unveil an alternative aspect of his creative talents. Pattinson displayed his ethereal and somber vocal style by providing 2 original songs for the Twilight soundtrack, Let Me Sign and Never Think. Director Catherine Hardwicke praised these tracks as haunting and beautiful, highlighting their emotional resonance. Beyond his work on Twilight, Pattinson also highlighted his musical prowess through his contributions to the indie film How to Be, where he performed 3 songs, revealing his capabilities as both a guitarist and pianist. He has openly expressed his intention to delve deeper into music, noting that music means freedom to me, and has mentioned having a repertoire of self-penned songs. In 2010, Pattinson was honored as Hollywood's most influential top unexpected musician, a recognition of his concealed skills. Despite his intense on-screen persona, his musical pursuits reveal a layer of sensitivity and depth that may surprise some of his fans. He continues to nurture his passion for music in tandem with his thriving acting career, suggesting that he might consider a comprehensive music career in the future. Pattinson has emphasized his authentic affection for music, stating, "I really didn't want it to look like I was trying to cash in," which underscores his genuine love for music, not just its potential for fame. This versatile artist possesses the potential to achieve notable success in both the acting and music industries. 3. Hugh Laurie. Hugh Laurie, a renowned British actor recognized for his collaboration with Stephen Fry and his role as Dr. Gregory House in the medical drama House, is also an unexpectedly gifted singer and musician. His love for music began in his youth, and Laurie is proficient in various instruments, such as the piano, guitar, and drums. He's also part of the philanthropic rock group band From TV. His musical career gained prominence with the release of his 2 blues albums, Let Them Talk and Didn't It Rain. The first album, released in 2011, achieved double platinum status, reflecting Laurie's broad popularity as a musician. His soulful and emotive vocal performance was lauded by critics, with one stating, "Laurie's voice is a revelation, filled with a depth that belies his comedic background." Laurie's shift from comedy and drama to music has been smooth, as he successfully juggles his acting with his musical passion. His performances display a profound respect for blues and jazz, highlighting his range as a versatile performer. In an interview, he said, "Music has always been a part of my life. It's where I find my true voice." He continues to astonish and entertain audiences with his varied talents, demonstrating that his abilities are not limited to acting. As he once expressed, "I'm just a musician who happens to act," emphasizing his dedication to music while also upholding his reputation as a distinguished artist in both domains. 2. Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. is best known for his legendary role as Tony Stark Iron Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but his skills are not limited to acting. In 2004, he released a jazz album called The Futurist, which featured his smooth and soulful vocal style, unveiling a lesser-known passion for music. Downey's musical endeavors also include contributions to film soundtracks, such as those for Chaplin and Two Girls and a Guy, where his singing added another layer to the characters he played. In addition to singing, Downey is a proficient pianist and a talented songwriter, showcasing his wide array of talents. A notable moment in his musical career was a duet with Sting, where he displayed his vocal skills alongside the famous musician. This partnership not only proved his singing abilities but also showed that he could perform alongside music icons. While Downey's acting career often overshadows his musical achievements, his album and soundtrack work show a deep love for jazz and soul music, establishing him as a versatile artist. As he continues to pursue his musical interests alongside his acting, Downey exemplifies the belief that true artistry spans multiple disciplines. Reflecting on his diverse career, he once stated, "I think that the best way to make a living is to be a little bit of everything." This approach defines his journey as an artist, merging his passion for music with his success in film. 1. Jeremy Renner. Jeremy Renner, known for his roles in The Hurt Locker, The Town, and as Hawkeye in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is a multi-talented artist with a surprisingly good singing voice. Music was Renner's initial passion, and he played in bands before fully embracing acting. As a multi-instrumentalist skilled in guitar, piano, and drums, Renner has also made a name for himself as a talented singer-songwriter. He has released 2 EPs, The Medicine and Live from the Artist's Den, which both display his powerful and emotive vocal style. Renner's music has also been featured in various film soundtracks such as I Drink Alone for North Country and Good Old Rebel for the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. However, his musical abilities are often overshadowed by his thriving acting career. Despite this, Renner remains committed to writing and performing music. He has expressed that, "I was always a singer. Music I do just for me," which underscores his profound connection to music as a means of personal expression. His songs offer a glimpse into his introspective side, contrasting with his on-screen action roles and showcasing his versatility as an artist. As Renner recovers from a severe snowplow accident, he's preparing to release new music, illustrating that having multiple passions can lead to deep artistic expression. His story is an inspiring example of the strength of creativity and resilience in overcoming challenges. There's no denying the top 20 actors who are surprisingly good singers have blown us away with their vocal prowess. From Eddie Redmayne's emotional depth to Jeremy Renner's raw power, these multi-talented artists have shown us that acting and singing can harmoniously coexist. But which actor do you think has the most powerful voice? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more iconic content from Iconic Inside. Your support helps us create the best videos for you.